Why is crypto still not ripping higher? What should we do with our longs? How should we prepare? And why does my voice sound like I smoked 10 packs of cigarettes? All of that in today's episode of Major Monday. Let's go. Hello and welcome everybody to the Major Monday, your weekly crypto update of all important majors. My voice is a little bit fucked today, I'm sorry for that. I was sick over the weekend, I caught myself a little flu in the city. It's already way better, I'm feeling great actually, but my voice is still a little bit odd, sounding like Donald Duck participated in a shouting contest, but that's alright. I want to do this update anyway, for me and for you guys. So let's talk about it. As last time said, we started making higher highs and higher lows. Still like working on this higher low here. The question is, can we really hold it? And while I said like I'm bullish last time, and I'm still standing to this as long as this local higher high low here is holding. If we start losing this, I'm simply flipping my buys, maybe taking a stop loss here in AVAX, but that's all right. I mean, that's why I have a stop loss. If it doesn't play out like I expected, I already took some profits of this early long here on ETH, so it won't be that bad. And I mean, that's why I manage my risk, right? So no reason to fear that, willing to accept the risk here. But as for now, we have taken the supply area here, we have taken the 0.5, and as I've said before, this is going to be a very important test. This is now a test that failed so far. We have big absorption at the highs, and now we started going lower. The question now is, are we going to keep going lower, or are we now like hold this low and going higher? Or are we simply going sideways? This is also a possibility. I don't want to predict too much here because it's also not necessary to really know what price is doing next at all times, because we have the most important levels. We had this level down here, so we went long. We have this level now here. So if I still had this ETH long, I would have been TPing here. And now the question is, what will happen next? So much to ETH. BTC showing a similar picture, looking a bit weaker here for more or less this third drive, some small absorption up here. And now the question is, can we hold this low here, or are we rolling over and start making low lows? Would be great for my short. And all longs I've taken here, and in this case on AVAX, which is not playing out like I expected at all, not even taking this local supply in here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I don't really care. It was meant as a hedge. I took some profits of this ETH long, and I have still my BTC short from the top. So I'm prepared for everything, and I'm simply trading structure. As said, I'm still seeing this as bullish market structure and proven otherwise. Obviously, we have higher time frame bearish structure, but this does not mean we could not pump into this higher supply here, take 4K or whatever. So let's have a look at other majors as well. USDTD here, we are still at the range high. We are still at the area where we want to be more bearish on this chart and be more bullish on other assets. And that's what we are. The question now is, can we break this down? We are sitting at this trend line. We are sitting at this trend line. It's compressing into this corner here. It's not that I'm using this for a big signal to decide what I want to do next, but it's usually a nice timing confluence that this little consolidation here is coming to an end, and it's going to tell us in which direction we go over the next few days, most likely. And should we rip higher, we probably teleport to 7, and we have another very nice long level. And should we go down, we probably go to the 0.5 of this big range here, and then we have a nice area to add to our shorts or to take profits on the longs. We also have USDC telling us exactly the same, so there's no reason to talk about it too long, because we have supply here, we have this range high, we have supply here, we are still in this area, we have more or less a double top with wicks at the top, some absorption going on, and the most likely outcome from such a high, or not the most likely, but there's a higher probability that we retrace to the 0.5 of this range and retrace a little bit of this move, and that's what we can use to be long, to take profits off the longs. And if this level is failing, we have a clean validation, because then we probably teleport up to the 0.5 into the supply, because this is nothing but air. And this means we have a very, very clean validation to manage our risk around, key level to manage the risk around. And this is all that we need. Also, long MicroStrategy, we came back 70%. We are in this big demand here before the impulsive move. We have a 2-week breaker block as refinement. We have a 705 here. It's in deep discount of the whole swing. And we have a trendline break. We have a retest of this gap, which I used for my entry. Stop is below the lows. Nice 7 hour idea to the best case target, but we have along the way, we have a big resistance coming up here and the minus 0.5. This area is going to be my first TP. Should we reach it? And so a nice idea simply adds a little long risk exposure to my crypto ideas. Obviously, it could also just do something else, but usually it's somewhat correlated. And so I see it as added risk to my crypto long ideas, or even as hedge to my BTC short. BTCD still going sideways here. Not really telling. We have this level below still. ETH dominance and ETH BTC look pretty similar. I talked about this level last week. I said, okay, we have this breakout now. We went higher on ETH, and now we are in the supply. We are close to the 0.5. We haven't really touched it yet, but sometimes we also simply front run it. It's usually some kind of general area, so don't be too precise rocket science guy, thinking it must be touched perfectly. It's not always the case. But if it touches, we have another component for the supply. And for now, the supply is already reacting. I'm sorry if you hear my cats. They go a little bit crazy right now, but I think the voice suppression should do the trick. Yeah, and to that, as said, going to be a report and resistance said last week, is a report and resistance still. But for now, we are holding this demand area here. Should we start breaking this down, we should entertain lower levels. But for now, it's not looking that bad. And total 2 also similar picture as BTC actually here. Yeah, this is because most altcoins are still very compressed right above their levels, while ETH is going a bit higher. And this could also be 3 drive. Then maybe this is our counter trend bounce already, and that's it. So stay flexible. Don't think you always need to long for making money. The market won't go up forever. The market doesn't need to go anywhere. You don't force your buys. You should trade the levels. And this is not looking that bullish anymore, to be honest. And the only thing that really looks bullish still is ETH and the ETH majors like ETH BTC. They give me some hope for my AVAX long still, but as said, it's important to take it level by level. And this looks like high highs and high lows. This looks like high highs and high lows. BTC, on the other hand, doesn't really look like high highs and high lows. I mean, we have not really closed above the second high here. Yeah, could also be a very nasty 3 drive. And we start losing all of those lows here. And you see, I'm short. I'm expecting price to go down. I'm long. I'm expecting price to go up. And it all sounds confusing, and it all sounds that I don't have a real bias. And the reality is I don't have a real bias, because price could go up, price could pump into 100K, and I could explain 30 minutes why this makes sense from a liquidity perspective, taking out those highs or taking the supply, going to the 0.5. I could explain 30 minutes why this should not happen and why we should front run it or why we should go down from here. And it all would make sense. But the key is to look at key levels and to trade structure. And if structure is breaking down here, I expect a smaller bounce because structure is telling me that. And there's no reason for me to expect a real bounce to 100K anymore. And my short will make sure that I'm going to be profitable anyway. And should we go higher from here? Should we go up? I have some longs that are crypto related, not on BTC specific, but if BTC goes to 100K, I bet MicroStrategy will do good as well, or AVAX will hopefully then will do good as well. I can't really tell, and it was a risk to take AVAX over BTC, but my entry is better and my R is better. Should the idea play out? Should it not play out? The risk is the same. So that was a real advantage in taking AVAX. And again, bias free, we can go up, we can go down. I don't really care. I'm prepared for either outcome, and so should you. And that's already with the Major Monday for today. I hope you found value in it. Stay adaptable, stay flexible, stay bias free. Donald Duck is gonna rest his voice now. We talk next week. Cheers.